Hey folks, happy Homebrew Wednesday. We've got a fun one today. I'm excited about this. So what we've got, we're tasting the White House Honey Ale that I made a couple weeks ago. Haven't had a homebrew in a bottle in a while. All right. So this should have just finished, within the last couple of days, finished carbonating. This was a little 1 gallon kit from Northern Brewer. If you remember, I made it out on the back deck. I made this one out on the back deck, and it was the video where I did like how to organize for brew day, make a checklist, lay your stuff out on the table where you want it. But we just happened to be making the White House Honey Ale that day. Let's give it a rip. Cheers, y'all. Now. That's nice. Wow. Malty for sure. A little floral. But if you remember from that video when I smelled the honey, when I tasted it, I said the honey itself tasted floral. So that's probably where that floral taste is coming from. It is a little sweet. I can definitely pick the honey out of it. That's nice. And it's one of those, I imagine, like it just got done carbonating, like I said, within the past couple of days. I still have, the rest of them, another 6-pack in the closet. I'm gonna leave those in there for another week, then chill them down and probably try to take my time with them at least. And I honestly expect this one to get better and better until it starts getting worse and worse, okay? I wouldn't age it for 4 months or anything like that. But in the next month, I bet this is gonna even mellow out even more and it's gonna be great. So, it got pretty good reviews. I think it got 4 out of 5 stars, and that was after 38 reviews. So pretty good. People had some pretty good stuff to say about it. Ale to the chief. Built on a big foundation of malt, yes, with strong tones of biscuit and toffee. Yeah, okay. To me, that's what I was just calling the malt taste, because a biscuit and a toffee taste, I think would just kind of come off as malt to me. But yeah, I can get the toffee. Toffee is a little bit different than biscuit. The honey ale plays up the fruity caramel aspects of English malt and yeast, definitely. But much like the founding fathers would have spiced up traditional style ales with homegrown ingredients, a late addition of pure honey adds a revolutionary twist. Yeah. Okay, so it's good. It's very good. Let me show you this guy from the other side. Something I read somewhere said, it takes a little while to clarify. I mean, I used a whirl flock in this, so that helps. But I imagine, it's not too clear right now. I imagine after, a couple more weeks, especially when it's sitting in the fridge in the bottles, it'll clarify. But, that's never been too big of a deal for me. It's got a nice little orange color to it. And I will say, today it feels like it's the first time I sensed any fall in the air. It's been super cool this morning. And by that, I mean maybe like 75 degrees. But it's been so nice. Like I said, I can't smell fall in the air, but it's getting a little cool. I can feel it around the corner. So speaking of, I want to do some homebrew updates. Kind of some stuff that I got going right now. Speaking of fall, the Oktoberfest has been lagering now for almost 2 weeks, I think. A couple weeks. It's at 35 degrees right now. Just chilling. Give you a look at it here real quick. It's got a nice orange color to it. Makes me excited for Halloween. And all of that is with no filter. I mean, my cell phone light is white, so it's not casting any sort of like orange glow or yellow glow into it. That's pretty much how it looks right now. I know it would look probably a little bit different if I were to bring it out here into the garage. Maybe shining a light directly through it, like highlight some tones that you wouldn't see in the everyday light. I really don't know, but I'm excited about it. I can see the, oh, I gave that thing away. I had another thermo well that goes down in the beer, and then the probe goes down into that. Well, I can see the probe through the beer, so it's already clarifying. Looks great. I'm excited. And then this morning, I bottled the junk drawer beer that I made last week, and I added the rest of the natural coconut to it. So, we got that going. That's about it. But for today, just taking it pretty easy. Just chilling. And enjoying this beautiful, beautiful weather out here in the garage. It's still under 80 degrees, it looks like. So, that's awesome. Just another homebrew Wednesday. Got the PGA Championship coming up, tomorrow. Super pumped about that. I've been playing way more golf this summer than I did last year, or even the year before. It's something I don't know. None of us have a ton of free time, I don't think. So, those things that are priorities, I can do. The things that aren't priorities, I seem to never get around to them. So playing golf has definitely been a priority for me this summer. Just getting out, enjoying the heat, playing 9 if I don't have time, playing 18 if I do. Been playing with my brother a lot. Just chilling for the most part. Drinking plenty of good beer that I brewed myself. Had a cream ale out back the other night. It just continues to get better and better. It's still in the keg, and it's been cold crashing in there for the last 2-3 weeks, something like that, I think. And yeah, it's just getting better and better. That was the American cream ale from Brewer's Best. The big kit you see up there at the top under the Northern Brewer box. That was it. And it's got some fruity esters to it also. I wouldn't call this beer estery. But I can see where the yeast is definitely putting off some of that flavor. That beer up there though, it's a little floral. It's got some esters going. And typically, I just like a dry ass beer that there's not really any of those notes going on. If I'm drinking an IPA or something, then the hop complexity and some malt complexity is good. But when I'm just making a nice little light beer, like I feel a cream ale should be, I don't want a lot of esters and stuff going on. So the first time I tried it, I was like, not my favorite, but it's really, really good. Well, that beer has continued to get better and better. So, cheers. Time's moving. I turned around and realized it's Wednesday again. We gotta do something. Luckily, this thing was carbonated, because if it wasn't, I would have done my homebrew updates, showed you the Oktoberfest, gave you a little peek at the junk drawer beer, which is a cream ale, and now it's a coconut cream ale, because I put, about an ounce in it. So I could have updated you on stuff like that, but Thank goodness we got something nice and homemade to drink today. And I'll continue to fill you in on this beer. Next week we might make a Kolsch. I have an all-grain kit from Brewer's Best, and I've never made an all-grain kit before. They sent me the grains and the yeast and the hops. And so we might do that next week for Homebrew Wednesday. But if not, you know, I might drink another one of these and see how it's changed. See if it's even better next week than it is this week, because I feel like it will be. But I'll try to do something new for you. We'll either make that Kolsch, or I'll go get a haul from the craft beer store across town and do something interesting there or something. We'll see. I'm not quite sure what we're going to do yet. But thanks for stopping by, guys. Again, it's been fun, especially with this weather today. I don't have flies buzzing me. And while I was bottling that cream ale earlier, I think I saw one fly, maybe two. Whereas last week, like I said, I probably had 50, 60 flies in here, stressing me out, you know. The bottles, I tend to bottle about 5 or 6 beers before I cap them. And when one lands on the lip or the, whatever the hell you call it, right up here on the rim of the bottle, it makes me nervous, because they're filthy little creatures. Anyway, good to see you guys. Cheers. Happy Homebrew Wednesday. And that's all I got for today. We'll see you next week. Peace.